If you saw my recent verses, you'd know that I love the new 2026 Core Series Basic Batman by Mattel. In fact, the only thing I don't like is the cape. For one, there's not much of it, but even worse, there's a huge, ugly hole in the back. A few years ago, I got this wired one online to upgrade my DC Multiverse Hush, but never got around to it. Thanks to this new figure, I don't really have to. As luck would have it, the blues are a great match. So in this video, I'm going to try to remove this cape and replace it with this one. Stick around, it's time for another 5 POA DIY. Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation. Starting with a quick once-over for those who missed my verses, he comes in a blister card. Notice the oval logo. My theory is that this was supposed to be based on the art of World's Finest, but that Mattel was instructed from on high to use this modern one. The back refers to this as DC's supervillains, though the official name of this line is unclear. One thing that is clear is a nice product shot and other figures in the wave. The figure stands at 6.5 inches, or 16.5 centimeters, and overall has good proportions. I don't really love how rocky the shoulders look. They also sit a bit low, but that's to accommodate this piece for the cape. There is subtle piping and texturing, and the face has a lot of personality. As for Poseability, he can look up this high or this far down. Nice range on the shoulders, and while the elbows are only swivel hinge, they do have a pretty impressive bend. Regarding his torso, he only has a waist cut unfortunately, but the hips are ball jointed, plus he's got a more than serviceable bend on those pinless double jointed knees, and while it's a bummer he doesn't have any ankle articulation, this Batman does have boot cut. In terms of accessories, Batman has this sprue. All you gotta do is cut him out and kabam! Weapons rack. If that wasn't enough, you could even store his weapons on his utility belt. In addition to other figures from this series, he also scales great with lines like Marvel Legends, and at $12.99 retail is a perfect price. With all that out of the way, let's address the cape in the room. This is my first time attempting a cape transplant with this series. First things first, I'm going to see if heating it up with a hairdryer is enough. Bum 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 bum. After about a minute, I have noticed a little bit of wiggle, but we need more. I'm definitely seeing progress. I'm thinking a little bit more heat and maybe something to pry it off with. For that, I'm going to use this butter knife. Hello, me. I'm definitely making progress. Maybe just a bit more heat. A little bit more welly. I haven't tried the back yet. Ooh, I'm hearing a bit of crunch. Hopefully that's from glue. And success! Though I do have a bit of curling on this corner. This is actually a pretty good view of the dumbbell joint, plus a nice look at what we're working with underneath. There's a nice deep groove here. Well, without further ado, let's get the cape. The hole is pretty close to the hem. Sliding it over though, and it nicely fits around this stump, with the groove being down here. First I gotta pull the remaining cape off. There are just a few pegs here, with corresponding holes in the cape itself. If I could, I would prefer not to punch any holes in this, with all my glue being centered around the neck itself. Sliding it over, and let's see what we got. Alright, so I am seeing the lack of being able to go into the pegs being a problem. I'm actually considering just clipping them off at this point. There are also these slots towards the front. Just from pushing down on the pegs, you can kind of see the damage to the fabric. Since the damage is done though, I may as well lean into it. I'm going to start by snipping the tiniest of holes where the bulges are. Okay, and there we go. And then here's number 2. Okay, third one I'm just kind of guessing at. Alright, not too big. The trick now is to line them up with the pegs. Not quite as easy as a DC multiverse, but I got the job done. Now I just gotta line them up and hope that these ones aren't going to be a problem too. And yeah, not only did it click into place, I didn't even have to use glue. Now we just return the head and voila! This one small swap has taken a Batman that was already great and made him exponentially better. Just look at the before and after. Now, I could see an argument that this is too much cape, similar to this Mafex, which is just drowning in his own cape. Keep in mind, though, that this was made for a DC Multiverse Hush figure. Personally, I'm happy, but there are options. This particular cape is by Batgirl31 on eBay, and during the course of this video, I've learned she's making some based off of this new Batman. For those interested, I'm going to link to her store in the description below. This video is not sponsored, but quality deserves to be celebrated. I could see glue gluing it down making it even sturdier, but for my purposes, I'm happy. This way, if there's any reason why I need to undo it, I still can. For example, I just realized in between shots that I had the hem on the outside and was able to fix it. I also ordered one of her smaller Mattel size capes to check that out. One thing I'd like to do in a future video is maybe replace this belt. I also have an idea for how to give him ankle articulation. Sound off in the comments if that's something you'd like to see, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. For my other videos on this Batman, check out one of these, and until next time, play nice, have fun, and safety first.